My name's Bob Watts. I'm a realtor here in St. Petersburg, Florida. Hi, this is Bob. Spend a lot of time with my family. Like most parents, it's just crazy when you have two kids. You're doing things, you're going 5 different directions at once, but it's fun. Okay, do you have the address? We moved to Florida from Indianapolis in 2000. That's 1.6 million. All right, bye-bye. Absolutely love it. This is where my family used to vacation, so it's kind of surreal. The first night we were here, went out to dinner at the beach, and we were about a half-mile from the resort we used to vacation at. And now I live here. I get to live here, and I get to help other people move here. Woo! Prior to getting into this, I was in business management, so I have that whole skill set, you know, all the accounting background, contract negotiation, that kind of thing. Yeah. What's great about this job is with every client, I feel like I have a new job. I have a new boss, a new set of people that I'm working with. I really get to know them, and I take it from start to finish, from the first time I have contact with a client until the transaction is closed. You get to know their story, hear their story, help them in any way you can. I mean, there's so many times that I've helped folks that I haven't actually gotten paid, but that's just part of it. Teaching them how the process works, really getting to know them, and really caring. Most people recognize that. By the time I've had my initial meeting with someone and they've been in my car or I've been showing their house, they get that. People pick up on that real quick. You've got to hire someone you're comfortable with. Hire someone that it feels right, you know, and if that's me, that's great. If it's not, that's great. One of the other parts that I really like about this business is the contract, understanding it. There's a lot of agents out there that don't get it. They don't understand the nuances of the contract. They don't understand the legal implications of everything. And that's where I think I can really benefit someone. I understand the contract and how it works and go through all of the details, explain to them. There's agents out there who don't even provide a net sheet for their client to show them where they're going to end up after closing. They get to closing and they're surprised because they didn't know what they were going to end up with. You know, I think one of the things that really sets me apart from other agents is I really have a passion for what I do. This isn't just a job for me. I mean, I really care about these people that I'm working with. I really want to see them happy. I want to see a happy ending to the story, and that's what I love about this. You know, everyone thinks we're all driven by the almighty dollar and stuff, and some of the best good feel transactions are those first-time home buyers, those kinds of people that, you know, they've been renting forever. I had a situation where a lady from New Jersey's sister lives down here in St. Pete, and her sister's trailer was damaged in a hurricane last summer. There was no way of repairing the trailer, and her sister needed a place to live. So I started trying to find some stuff, and it's tough in this market to find stuff that's inexpensive. But we found her a place that was in a little bit of a rough shape, but it was in a great community, really improving, and they actually invited me over to show me once they put in the new floors and the walls and stuff, and it feels so good to see someone, to help them solve their problem, to get them out of their situation that they're in and help them solve their problem. I love that part about what I do. I had a great situation with a client. He actually is one of my neighbors, and he has an investment property, and he's done lots of times, he's sold properties on his own, you know, without the help of a realtor. And he had this property on the market forever, for like a year. He thought he had a buyer, but the guy wasn't financially qualified, so we had to do a lease option because the guy couldn't get a mortgage right away. He ended up letting those folks move in under the lease option, and then they went bankrupt. They couldn't afford the house, so they had to move out, and he called me. And I went in, I got the house listed, I got it properly marketed, talked to agents in my office, and I actually ended up selling that house myself. He ended up getting more than he would have if the other folks would have been able to come up with the money and buy the house. So it was great. I love it when it works the way that it's supposed to, when my clients get it and they cooperate with me. It's a great experience. You know, I love to see happy endings. Everyone's happy at closing. Buyer gets their house, seller gets their money, everyone's happy. It's a great thing. And to be a part of that is really a powerful thing. You know, when I sit down with folks, I tell them I'm not the cheapest one. And that's probably not your best choice, the cheapest one. This is a business where quality doesn't cost, it pays. You hire the right agent, you're going to be well represented, you're going to end up getting top dollar for your house. You try and go another route, you may save money in commission, but you end up with less at the closing table because you don't get as high of a price on the house. And I ask people, what's more important to you, what you pay in commission or what you walk away from the closing table with? And that gets people thinking, well, why should, can I get more at the closing table? And yes, you can. I know that. I have a choice where I work and what I charge for a commission. And I have to have every available marketing dollar and dollar out there to offer the other side so that I can get you top dollar for your house.